Your husband is really, really fucked.
You become all heart at the prospect of paperwork.
Alright, so let's see where... Alright, so now we had to go to Mrs. Pattinson's house.
You said there was a... Yeah, the husband and wife he was talking about, that was Patterson.
Yeah. Possible mental case.
Want to go insert?
No, let's just go on with this case.
Alright.
Do the dispatch calls disappear after dealing with a case?
Yeah.
Or do they just stay until you answer them?
Let's stay into...
Wait, I could just press X now and I'll still be able to get it, but...
Thing is, though, is that they're also kind of really finicky on the timing.
Yeah.
For example, I said this earlier, but if you go past a certain time frame with a case, you'll have to do a free roam to get the case to show up again.
You have to drive around a certain amount of time until you get the...
Free roam is basically the game's way of saying, go play in our sandbox.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Now, what else can you do that's not mission related, like in this world?
Explore, look for cars, look for golden film reels, stuff like that. Believe it or not, the achievements make you really explore the town a whole lot and you get a nice view out of it.
It's 9:06 right now.
Check out this mailbox.
I'm going to target this mailbox. We're taking your mailbox downtown for questioning, ma'am.
Yes?
See what I mean when I say
Hello?
the faces?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Psst, take the mailbox as collateral.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
This lady's awfully
You don't appear to
nonchalant
be
for
too
it.
upset
I know, right?
about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in 44.
3 years ago.
We got married that weekend.
Love
People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this time.
Bukowski looks like he wants to scratch his balls.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
You can tell there's more to
What's
that.
your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
Especially
Good
considering
friends.
Mr. Sabo's in
Good
Mrs.
friends.
Patterson's house.
You expect me to believe that?
Boy, I'm a shitty detective.
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Alright, so let's see what
I like
she got.
Stefan's means of interrogation here because Stefan is
How
kind of
did the
like
car
showing
come
you
to
that,
Lester?
He's sarcastic.
He walks
in a
straight
way,
to the
but in a
top
way it's
of
also
an
showing you
oncoming
that
car.
while it is true that there may not be all the context you have just yet, sometimes you're getting fed an excuse.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Alright, let's
You
see
were
what
arguing
else
in
we
the
got.
bar
He's
on
terrible
the
with eye
sidewalk.
contact.
Yeah.
We're always arguing. So what?
Oh, she's lying.
Yeah, but she could be lying or it's doubtful. Yeah, it's doubt.
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Before we leave, can we use your phone?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Bill all the charges to one Mr. Sabo.
Phelps, 1247.
Messages for me, please.
Your wife wants
Just
the
one
milk?
detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
That was fucking fast.
Actually, it's been about 5 hours.
It's still really fast for an autopsy.
How long does an autopsy usually take?
Well, if we're to believe the media, 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks to look at a corpse and go, yep, he's drunk.
Definitely does.
Alright, well, let's check the corner now. Off to Central.
Okay, so we visited both residences.
Now we gotta go to Central.
You gotta get the results of the autopsy. Although, really, all he probably did was just cut open the liver, looked inside, and went, yeah, he just do drink a lot.
What's that tall-ass building over there?
That's a landmark.
Oh, shit!
Fucking Wile E. Coyote. He thought it was a turn, but it was actually just a painting. What is with you with these fucking stairs? Why don't you just go down the road normally?
I'm a lazy ass. What do you expect?
On the traffic case, though? I mean, I could really appreciate and accept this on things like homicide or vice, but traffic? Really? Aren't you setting a bad example?
Traffic is. That doesn't mean I have to set a good example.
Yeah,
Christ, man!
Elliot probably beat this game in like 20 minutes with all these shortcuts.
That shit was fucking. I was
Can you pause the game real quick?
I think it was gonna go into Grand Theft Auto real quick. I have a slow motion feature.
Can you pause the game real quick?
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death.
Maybe it's time. Maybe that's why you're in this profession to begin with.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber.
Jesus Christ, you know what? The way they send people off to the gas chambers in the 1940s, you may as well just give them the guns. You're guilty of murder and treason. Bang, sentence executed. Hell, it's still the corner car.
No!
Guess who's getting in here? Sabo shits his pants.
So it turns out that I was actually bullshitting. He got hit and then he was stabbed.
Yeah.
He was stabbed and then got hit.
Yeah, hit.
Basically, when he was coming out of there, he was holding his side.
That's why he was limping. Okay.
Right.
So technically, John, you weren't bullshitting.
I love it.
I just got it reversed.
Free reign! Cool Phelps.
You know what?
Traffic anarchy.
Well, that's the trash can made you jump.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get a trophy?
There is an achieved trophy for it. You have to rack up
shit.
up like over $70,000 in property damage.
I actually remember
Actually, that's
that.
another question I wanted to ask. The property damage you can cause. Is there any consequence to that whatsoever?
Your rank goes down.
Your rank goes down.
And if you happen to have and one of the trophies in the game is that you need to close all cases with a 5-star ranking.
That's hard, actually.
I've done it.
All
Here we go.
cases.
I also get the platinum.
How long did it take you to do it?
Quite some time. Excuse me.
They probably.
I'm pretty damn sure this wasn't the Sadabo residence last time we went in here.
There's Pattinson.
Oh. Ooh, shut me up.
You've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stepped in. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're
shit.
good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning. how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I have nothing to do
You
with
think
it.
I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
Chase scene.
It's too late, Sabo.
Now it doesn't really matter if I kill him or not.
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
If I can get him.
You knock down that guy, but you won't shoot Sabo.
Damn, motherfucker.
Believe it or not, if you get a higher score on your final if you can manage to like
Damn it!
yeah, they later on they start zigzagging, so that's a harder
I'd
trophy to get in
imagine.
later
Alright,
on.
at this point, Elliot, I would just focus on just like getting real close to him.
That was pointless.
It's a good thing you had the omnipotent radar.
Yeah.
Phelps manages to get like satellite technology.
Get that bomb.
Thanks. Have a glass of water for me ready.
Now you get a first hostage situation too.
Damn it.
Are we gonna make a bargain or what?
Put the weapon down now.
He's a lousy hostage taker though.
I'm pretty sure that woman won't be traumatized for life.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Shot him in the chest.
Looks like you had him in the head.
So what you've seen here, folks, was basically fraud, insurance fraud, so to speak, and murder, and conspiracy.
Kill him to claim the life insurance.
Yep.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
His face reminds me of somebody. I have no idea why.
JFK?
No, the director. That one director. He directed How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live-action one.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. In other visits to Rain, you would have seen what Leroy was prepared to do to avoid jail. Darn.